Okay, welcome everybody. Can you see me? um, Glad you could make it. This reading is for a person, and her name is AK. Okay, AK. This is for AK. AK wants to know about her career, and AK wants to know about her romance. She wants to know about career and romance. And sometimes they can be interconnected, actually. You might meet somebody that you work with, or that you might meet them working at the counter or something. They might come in and, carry on a conversation with you or something. So, sometimes they can mix. They can go together as well. Now, I got two different decks here. I'm doing the first one for the career, and then I'm doing this one for the romance. We're going to save that one for the last, okay? And you know what? Always, I don't know about you, but it was a crappy week last week, okay? And I hope it gets a little bit better. How about you? Have you been having an okay time? This deck is a very old deck, okay? That's why it's all dirty, and I got lots of other decks, but I decided that I'd pull this one out and work with it. So, it's nothing special, but it does, it works. It works, and we'll see what happens. And I've been shuffling them both, and I probably should stop now. And I just want to say that, you know what, we really, in actuality, have control of our lives. We have control of our future. We create our own future. But sometimes we ask the cards questions anyway, right? And we see what they have to say. And sometimes, if we don't like the future that we see, then we can change it. We can take the advice of the cards. And if you do like what you see, we can take the advice of the cards and go into that direction. How's that? Okay? So, always keep an open mind. And this is about career. And I'm just pulling 7 cards. We're just going to go this way, okay? Well, I knew this was going to happen. I knew the minute I said that we were going to pull career that I bet a bunch of relationship shit comes up. And it did. But you know what? We said it's career, and that's what we're going with, okay? So, and we'll see how that works out. Let me pull that smoke over a little bit. And, sorry, I had to turn the music down too. Okay. Well. Here we go. Let me see what we got. Can you see it off? Yeah, okay. Well, first of all, we got, okay, the card of abundance, the Empress. And isn't that strange? Down here, we got the Emperor. So, already something's telling me that whatever you're doing right now, it kind of is like the best way to go. I see you going in that direction. I kind of see you staying on the same path that you have been in for a while. But you are coming up with some kind of decision, a decision about work that might have something to do where you're at work. You know what happens a lot of times? When you have 10s, these two 10s are like really great, and what happens is as soon as you get what you have and what you wanted, you're ready to have some more. Okay? So, I'm not trying to say that there's anything bad about these cards. These are great cards to have. You know, because it's telling me that you're very comfortable with what you have. You seem to have everything you want. You are financially stable at this moment. You know, you are looking for a relationship, and you know, remember before I even pulled these cards, I said, you know, there might be something. It might be they might combine in some way. Okay, and so this card is kind of telling me, you know what, you might meet somebody at your job or something. Okay, so I don't know if what's going on, but you know, I do see this guy, this King of Wands, looking at you. Okay, now he might be a boss, because I'm just trying to stay here with the career thing. Okay, I'm just trying to stick with it. Okay, but I am getting a little bit of I am getting a little bit of that going on here. And also, I see you working for a corporation. I see you going forward into a corporation. You know, I really think that they like you also, wherever you're at or wherever you're going. They will like you. If you go somewhere else, you'll actually probably have a following or something, because there's people out there that are very supportive of you and that actually like you. If you can believe that. you just there is something that you're struggling with, you know. I do see it, or I do see in the near future, I do see you coming up to a decision, and you're probably not going to face that decision at first. You're probably going to sit back and not do anything, but eventually you will have to make a decision about it. And the only thing that I can tell you is that you will probably make the right decision. So you will probably follow your instincts, your intuition, and you will stick with what you are doing, because I do see you having a victory in what you do. Now, this guy can be um, a corporation, you know, authority. This is authority. So I see you going into a bigger group of something or other, you know, of authority, you know, and I'm not quite sure you'll like it at first. You know, the decision that you made, you might feel at first, did I make the right decision to go with this new thing that looks like it might be coming up? Because I have a feeling that you're not finished. You're not finished with something yet. You're not finished. You're ready. You've gotten your foundation really, really well, and now I think you're ready to actually move on into something else. I think that you are struggling a little bit. There you are, right there, going, I don't know what to do. So I think I'll just sit here and but you know what? Don't sit for long. Just do something. Just get up, get on your horse, and go, baby. Okay. And if this isn't a corporation, I mean, I'm still getting something that has to do with work, career, and romance at the same time. I really think that that's a good place for you to start looking for your romance, okay? At work or around work or after work, when you're mixing with other people, and you're maybe you got some friends that you go out with after work and you have a few drinks or something. Somehow your work and career that's some way how you are going to expand your romantic horizons. How's that? Okay. So keep that in mind. Okay. I still wanted to keep it as a career reading, but I'm really getting some kind of something going on at work or something. But let's pull this and see what we get. Okay. Now I've also shuffled this deck. Okay. And let me just clear the air real quick. Don't mind me. I just have my little things that I do to get a message. That's what we want, a message, right? And you know, next time, it's really a good idea if we're like face to face, you know, and we can communicate, because right now all you can do is listen to me. So all I can do really is read the cards. I can't really read anything else other than the cards right now. But let's see what they got to say, okay? Now remember, the last one was career, but I saw a little bit of romance in there, but this one's about romance. So let's see what the cards are saying. Now, you know, first of all, I do think that you worry a lot about it. Oh dear, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? You worry a little bit too much about it, okay? Now, oh, I told you. I don't know if I told you in this, but what was I going to say? Be careful what you ask for. But I'm getting some good things too, okay? I am getting some good things out of this, believe it or not, because you got 2 little shitty cards sitting right here, okay? You got the 9 and the 10 of swords, okay? Now, I have to be honest with you. These are a few of the cards that you don't want to get, but you got them anyway, okay? So, you know, but these are things that we're going to work with. We're going to work with it, and we're going to get through it, because, like I said, you know, in one day, in one of my days, I can have bad and good going on at the same time, right? So we've always got bad in our lives. We always have good in our lives. Nothing is ever perfect. That's the way it goes. I'm sorry to say, okay? Now, the one good thing about this card, and believe it or not, there is something good about this card. See all of the black that's back here, okay? Well, believe it or not, the black is going away. You know, sometimes you've been down, what's that song? I've been down so long, it looks like up to me, okay? So, you know, you gotta, like, get up, okay? You gotta get up again, okay? And you gotta, like, I hate to say it, but you got to get out there, okay? Don't get too comfortable. You've got a lot of young, there's this young energy coming out, okay? Playful energy coming out. And so you do need to get out there a little bit more. Look at her. She's got some energy. She's jumping around, and she's going for what she wants, okay? So I have to stress that you got to get out there, because there is somebody actually out there, and he is the Knight of Cups. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Guess what? He's your knight in shining armor, okay? So, there is somebody out there. Are you going to meet him? I don't know. It looks to me like you haven't really been looking, or you haven't really been seeing the Knight of Cups. He's like maybe even around you, but you haven't seen him, okay? Now, I will have to say, I'm not really seeing any kind of work in this, other than unless maybe these cards are about, well, work. Maybe work is bugging you. But maybe also, you know, sometimes, a lot of times, this card can mean just one problem that we create, that we let it grow, and we let it get bigger, and it's almost bigger than really what it really is, okay? I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes we make things bigger out than it really is, okay? We make things more worse than they really are. Now, I will say also that I do believe you need to get out there. Here is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Now, this is a great card to have because it's a woman. It is a woman that is very self-sufficient. She has everything that she wants, and you did in your last reading. You had everything that you want and need, and well, I guess what I'm trying to say is you do have everything that you need. Okay, we always want more, right? We always want more. We never have enough, and here you are, but you're not with anybody. Okay. So you need to get out. You need to get out of. She's in her garden, and she needs to get out of her garden. It can just because you're self-sufficient. You're self-sufficient. You're um, I can never think of the word I'm trying to say. Self-sufficient. That'll have to do for a while. Independent. You know, you're very independent, and guys do like independent people. They really don't like um, needy people, needy women. And so I'll have to say, you're not needy, because you also, in the first card, you had the Empress, and she is all woman. She is the mother card. She is the woman, the female card, okay? So there was a little bit of sexuality going on in the last reading also. So keep that in mind, because down here I see you actually getting out. Look, the Page of Cups, and you're getting out a little bit more, and there's actually maybe a message coming through about love, or some kind of message or something. I'm just getting a message, okay? And it might have something to do with the Knight of Cups. This card is all about giving and charity, and all I can I can say, since this is a romance situation, a reading, that you might want to try some charity work, or volunteer on a Saturday afternoon for something or other, or I don't know, because a lot of times that's the way people meet as well. They meet people. He's being generous. This is the charity card. My record's stuck. Hold on. Oh my God. Yeah, it was stuck. So, what I can say to you right now is, you do need to, you know what? They don't come knocking on the door, okay? Now that you got to realize. They don't come knocking at the door. You got to go out and look for them, okay? Now, the Page of Cups is also about communication as well. And in actuality, the Page of Swords is really about communication as well. So, I mean, we could even maybe go as far as to say, possibly being online could be a possibility for you as well. But I don't know. I've heard some things about online stuff that, maybe you don't really, maybe you're working a little too hard or something, Maybe that's what's bothering you or something. Oh, see, you really want to get married, and you really want love, I think. But, you just got to wait for it. There's nothing you can do about it. But like I said, you got to get out there. Something's worrying you about work or something, I guess. But maybe you're working a little too hard. Maybe you need to lighten up or something. Maybe you're working on Saturdays and you shouldn't be, or something. But I think that you got there's love, there is love out there. But you can't worry about it, okay? And you know what? That's very strange, because when you think about it, it's when you don't think about it is when you actually Meet somebody. You just have to pay attention and and just pay attention. And also, like I said, in charity, sometimes people actually meet at church. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes there's single people at church also. And um, we've got the Hierophant, and normally I would say this card is a little too, if this card is talking about you, then you're just a little too structured, and you really do need to let your hair down, okay? And you really do need to get out there a little bit more. I really do think so, because guess what? All you got to do, honey, is put out an effort, okay? Put out an effort. And guess what? It's there. This is the beginning of love. This is the possibility of love. I'm not saying that it's there yet, because this is the ace. This is number one, okay? So it is the beginnings of the love. So it is there. It is on its way. But you've got to be a little patient, and you've got to get out there. And unfortunately, you got to work for it, girl, okay? So get out there and work it, okay? I hope that helped, and so it is.